Hello, and welcome to this edition of What the Hell Just Happened? The vlog that talks the talk and walks the walk. Well, most of the time. I'm your host, Martin Ganapoler. This week we begin in Washington, D.C., a place literally overflowing with closely held secrets. And because of that, the government has to manage all its official communication in the name of national security. So what the hell just happened with security in Washington? Tricia Newbold, a longtime security professional working at the White House, was so unnerved by the issuance of security clearance to Jared Kushner, she felt she had to blow the whistle on him. It wasn't just the fact that he was being favored as the president's son-in-law, but rather a confluence of facts that flowed from the intelligence community, setting off alarms that prevented her and a colleague from giving him clearance in the first place. First of all, Kushner had to amend his security application over 40 times. Hell, if I forget my bank PIN, they only give me 3 times to get it right, then I got to go into the damn bank. So what's up with this thing? Second, while she couldn't be specific, it was known that Kushner had complex financial dealings with international money sources. These countries could now potentially require top secret intelligence from Kushner as a precondition for financial backing. According to intelligence documents, among the nations that discussed ways to influence Kushner were the United Arab Emirates, China, Israel, Qatar, and Mexico. All this made then Chief of Staff John Kelly kind of nervous. So when the president directed him to grant Kushner clearance, he documented it to cover his own ass. But wait, there's more. Newbold also said that when Kushner applied for an even higher level of clearance, the CIA contacted her to voice serious concerns about granting it, which she then refused to do. But in May of last year, Carl Klein, the guy appointed by the president to oversee White House security, went over Newbold's head and granted that clearance to the son-in-law anyway. Well, I guess you could say that Jared is incredibly persistent, but then again, he has to be, or he'd never get laid. Speaking of security and persistence, remember the story I shared with you about the Chinese-American woman named Li Yang, the massage parlor owner in Florida, who ran an influence peddling business on the side? So what the hell just happened in Florida again? Apparently, the website Yang set up garnered at least one customer at Mar-A-Lago this week. Yeah, money in the bank for Miss Yang. Yay! Yu Jingshang, a Chinese woman who was eventually arrested and found in possession of a thumb drive carrying malicious malware, talked her way into the club, claiming she was invited to go swimming, despite not having a swimsuit. She claimed she didn't speak much English, so not wanting to be rude, club staff just, waved her in. That was easy. No Secret Service required. Had the prez not been out cheating at golf, she would have likely been able to watch him glad hand club members, government officials. She might have even gotten close enough to take a picture of the president or ask him for a selfie, as so many club members do. So many questions remain about her connection to the massage parlor queen and the Chinese government, and why she had a laptop and malware, that there's now a serious investigation into the incident. But the club members pay $200,000 per person to belong at Mar-A-Lago. So what's a little breach of national security compared to the profits that the Trump family makes on that place? Finally, we jump to Bethel, Pennsylvania, where a bunch of musicians are excitedly working on their first album. Nate Kalwicki plays guitar. Marcus D'Andrea is on bass. Tim Donnelly is the lead vocalist and writes most of the songs, and Juan Dominguez plays drums. And finally, there's Greg Lohman, the only professional musician of the group, who's guiding them in the production of the project. He's also the only member of the group who has all his arms and legs, because all these guys are veterans wounded in combat, which is why the members named the band The Resilient. One of Donnelly's lyrics says, "I want you like I've never wanted anything but truth." He was writing about falling in love with his wife, Kelly, and coming to grips with his wounds. Donnelly said, quote, "We just wear our scars on the outside, whereas most people have, got their own messed up stuff going on inside," end quote. Some of his lyrics talk about the dark places they've been, but guitarist Nate Kalwicki said he wouldn't go back and change things. To which Donnelly adds, quote, it just shifted the course of my life. There's a contentment and kind of like an excitement knowing like I'm where I'm supposed to be, end quote. I hope the resilient have a long and happy career and can offer inspiration to all the injured souls out there who hear their music. If you want to check these guys out, they'll be playing at the Redneck Country Club in Houston on April 12th. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of What the Hell Just Happened. I'm taking next week off to work out of town, but I'll be back again the week after. So bye for now.